Preston the trigger, gets it into her roommate Adams. Falling away, it's good. They're going to make a spot on the floor that says Ice Adams property because she loves those mid-range jumpers from 15, 18 feet away. It's almost as good as 2 points every single time.
Well, you watch her practice, and she just constantly does those. She's not always about those outside shots, but it's her sweet spot. It is the Adams spot. She really should claim it, and maybe they'll get a little spot before she graduates.
It is Hall of Fame weekend here in Elon, as this one's turned away. Nascimento will take it all the way off the left block. But hey, maybe in a couple of years we'll be saying Ice Adams' name. Tribe have cut it back to a 2-point deficit after forcing another turnover. It was the plague of that first half. Phoenix were able to go to the break with the 4-point lead, but those 11 turnovers really loomed large, and that obviously the 11th turnover, but those double-digit turnovers is what did them in, and here's another one.
You got to protect the ball better because things happen like this, and then they're able to break down the inside, and then 2 points just come just like that.
Geddes has been all over the floor. Her and Nascimento have combined for 27 of the 37 for the William & Mary Tribe, and we're back knotted. Double teamed right in front of us. Angel spinning away, turns it away. Tribe up in front. Nascimento, 3 straight layups, and now you got to think about using the timeout.
It looks like Charlotte Smith's just going to kind of try to keep running the offense here rather than using a timeout early.
3 turnovers in 60 seconds. Angel, the Preston, need it, got it, off of the front of the iron. We're back at 39 apiece.
Preston is such a calm player. You know, she plays with so much aggressive nature, but she is calm when she is shooting.
6th point of the night for Raven Preston. Our player to watch had 16 last time these two met and 15 boards. She's got 11 tonight. And finds the loose ball here miraculously on the tightrope. Doty in front of her head coach, double teamed in front of the bench. Preston leaves for Adams, mid-range J. You know it. Phoenix back out in front. Adams with the 18-footer to put him there.
So that one's on the E. She should just write her name while she's there.
Maybe they should change it to an A. Rolfe and the Tribe need to find an answer quick. After 3 turnovers and 3 field goals, the Phoenix have jumped right back with 3 of their own. Cauley guarded tightly by Adams. Down the right side, falling away. Can't get it to go, but a foul called. Anahi Cauley, the Windsor, Connecticut native and Kent School product, was a team MVP, also ran track, and he was running down the lane. Couldn't find the bottom of the basket, but she'll stand 15 feet away at the charity stripe to try and knot us back up.
You know, Cauley, she's got a lot of experience. Previously at Villanova and now with William & Mary. In her first game last year, she scored a career high 22 points. She put up 22 points in her first outing as a member of the Tribe.
You see her splits on the screen as she's not able to connect on both. A foul is called on Frisbee Smith. For Frisbee Smith, it will be her first personal, first team foul as well. And as we're approaching that 5-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter, we will get a stoppage of play. They got the cleanup crew in the top right part of your screen. Looks like someone spilled a Powerade out that way. All hands on deck. Every one of the William & Mary Tribe staff members are getting in on the scrub action.
And you know, when the coaches are doing it, definitely was one of the players.
Away we go. Willard to Preston. Trying to go all the way down, nearly double dribbles, but able to stay with it. Willard spinning, shooting, can't connect. Fouled on the way up. Actually, they'll say on the floor. It'll go on Geddes. Back-to-back quick fouls in succession. As you can see, right at the end of it, the push in the back. Geddes was pleading her case, but it's going to get called every time. Angel thought about the 3. That would have really been a big-time basket. Instead, gets it to Shaw. Now she'll fire from downtown and connects. Angel will rein in the triple The foul will be under the basket. The triple is good, and that's all that matters. 44-40. We told you she swaps out the magician's hat for the halo, and Angel's got another triple in her back pocket. And the Phoenix are back out in front by at least 2 baskets. Step back, Geddes feeling herself, leaves it short, Preston gets it. Her 12th rebound, the former CAA Rookie of the Year, slicing, dicing, to the hoop and has it.
Preston is incredible. She loses the ball, chases after the ball. She's able to collect herself underneath the net and find the left-hand side of the board.
Smile on her face, 6-point Phoenix lead, and the Tribe can't cut it. Adams corrals. You can tell this Phoenix team wants to fly. They're on the runway right now. Already 5 of their last 6. And in front by 6, one of their largest leads of the night. Willard. The shadow of the 3-point line, now Angel. Steps back, 10 to shoot. Preston on the right wing, guarded by Frisbee Smith, now doubled. Tries to find her roommate, gets it right back, but turns it right back over. Nascimento in transition. Tribe, 3-on-3 ball. Geddes, nearly poked away by Shaw, leaves it out for Nantz, off of the window, no good. Shaw gets another rebound. The freshman has made a living, but turns it over. Nantz has it, and she'll slow it down. Finds Frisbee Smith out to the corner for Nascimento, leaves it for Rolfe. Good ball movement by the Tribe, but they can't finish it off.
And you can see Coach Smith is telling, hold it, move it, get it across the line and slow it down a little bit. But to your point, the Tribe's ball movement there, picking back and forth, they were just moving the ball excellently, X's and O's all over that side of the court.
The Phoenix have 34 rebounds, 24 of them on the defensive side of the ball. The Tribe as a team, just 19. Angel trying to find her spot. Not this time. Loose ball, poked away, still loose. Jersey's on the floor, body's fighting for it. Adams will corral it, finds her roommate down low, off of the window, she's got it to go. 8-point lead, largest of the night. And the Tribe cannot wait. They've got to use the timeout, and Erin Dickerson-Davis will have to burn it. That'll take us to break. It's an 8-point game for the Maroon and Gold. They're fighting on all cylinders, and they're firing on them too. Ticky-tack, right back to the spot where it works. Preston off of the window, and the largest lead of the night. She's fired up, and we are too.
Let's get to the highlights. Elon jumped out early following an Asher Cunningham interception. Matthew Downing finds Zamir Winston for his first career touchdown, and Elon jumps out to a 7-0 lead. We move to the second quarter. Elon up 14-10, but William & Mary scores late. Hollis Mathis caps off a 75-yard drive with an 18-yard touchdown pass to Sean McElwain. Elon wasn't going away quietly, though. 65 yards, 90 seconds. Downing to Brayboy. 6 yards out, it's 21-17, Elon at the break. After a career-long 41-yard field goal from Luke Barnes, Elon goes back to work. Downing to Furman for 17 yards, and Elon retakes the lead 27-21, heading to the fourth quarter. Now it was William & Mary's turn. Just under 9 minutes to go. Darius Wilson scampers for 16 yards to take the 1-point lead, but the track meet wasn't even close to over. Downing takes the Phoenix on a 69-yard touchdown drive, including a 1-yard touchdown. Elon back on top, 33-28. The 20th ranked Tribe, an undefeated team at home coming into the game, marches down the field. Bronson Yoder takes it in from 3 yards out. William & Mary back in front, 36-33, a $1:31 left to play. 11 seconds to go, no timeouts. Elon going for the gold, and Downing finds Dieke again. Elon wins a huge one, 40-36, and head coach Tony Trisciani's 30th career win. Phoenix get a big-time win over a big-time opponent, and it's a program race that just continues to make strides as a whole. Last day of 2024 also brings the last non-conference test of the season for the Maroon and Gold, as Lise McRae is in town this afternoon. Before we get there, we stop to check in with the head coach of Elon Women's Basketball, Charlotte Smith. Coach, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Phoenix fans.
It is good to be back, and a great holiday this past week filled with food, family, and fun, but most importantly, rest. How did you spend the week off regrouping?
Just like you said, resting. Had a good chance to just recharge, unplug and recharge. That was my focus, so that I'm not going into 2025 tired. mentally and physically. So rest is important, and so that's exactly what I did over the holidays.
It was also some time off after a great road trip across the country. As you reflected on the LA adventure, what was your biggest takeaway on and off the court about this team?
It was an awesome opportunity for team bonding, and that was one of the things that was important for this trip. We felt like it was a lot like an international tour that we take in the summers, and a chance for the team to shape its identity, to learn more about each other individually, and just preparation for conference play. And so we had, some challenging contests that we feel like have prepared us going into the new season.
And the trip certainly ended on a high note. Let's start with the return of Ava LaRue, who will make her return to Shard this afternoon. How excited are you for her?
It makes me smile when you say that name and you say return, because it's been a long journey back to the return. And just to see her out on the floor, it warms my heart, because I know everything that she's been through mentally and physically to get to that point. And how cool was it for her first basket to be an AM1?
So cool. And, you mentioned that she had a great game, too. 10 points in 11 minutes. What does she add to this squad?
Did you say 10 points in 11 minutes? That's productivity right there. That's what she adds to this squad.
Your team also grabbed 50 rebounds, and I know that's something that makes you very, very happy. Where did the energy under the basket come from last week, and what was working in your team's favor?
Well, we just talked about controlling the controllables and defending and rebounding. And even though, the score was pretty lopsided at the USC game, we walked away from that game with a lot of confidence, because I felt like we did a really good job in terms of executing our game plan against Juju. And so we are really locked in and loaded when it comes to the defending and rebounding. So if we can carry that into conference play, some amazing things will happen for this program.
We're going to have to call this the Jada Angel Show, another Rookie of the Week for her, and another game-clinching basket for the freshman. I have to imagine her confidence is just sky high right now.
Well, we tried to make her confidence high from the jump. We told her in our team meeting when we were assigning roles that she would be the closer for our team as a freshman. So we put the ball in her hands, the ball in her court, and she knows that we're depending on her and that we believe in her. And she's been able to exude a lot of confidence in those clutch moments.
And that's not easy to hear as a freshman, that you're going to be the closer. How has she embraced that role? And she's taken massive strides with it. But how has her competitive nature helped her to be as good as she has been?
Well, she's always been a closer, so it's not something new to her identity. It's just a carryover from what she's done, in high school and with her AAU program.
Couple of notes on the game today. Lise McRae enters today 4-6, but riding a bit of a high after keeping pace with USC Upstate during their exhibition. Coach, it's a D1 or D2 school, but I get the sense they come in with a little bit of something to prove.
Everybody does. If you are a gamer, you should come into every game with something to prove, whether it's you versus perfection, or whether you're trying to prove something individually to yourself, in terms of getting better each game, 1% better. That's what we talk about. So we can't take anybody lightly. D2, that doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. It's us against perfection, and we got to respect all and fear none.
The return of Emily Barr for Lise McRae has been huge offensively. How important is it to limit her in this one, and how difficult will that be?
Well, we don't want to put all the emphasis on one player, because everybody on their team is capable. They have a lot of great shooters. They are a scrappy, undersized team. So we're going to have to try to dominate with our size and our strength.
You mentioned shooters. This is a team that loves the three ball and have shot almost 100 more threes than their opponents. To say perimeter defense is imperative today might be an understatement.
It really is. And transition is going to be important, because that's where a lot of people tend to get lost in transition, and where you can get a lot of walk-up threes when you're not communicating. So we have to do a really good job of, number one, getting the ball stopped and getting back, pointing, talking in transition.
Always a pleasure to talk hoops with you, Coach, and again, Happy New Year.
Thank you, and go Phoenix.
Phoenix and Lise McRae up next on WSOE 89.3.